Something strange is going on surrounding Mitch Marner and the Toronto Maple Leafs as we have gotten some surprising news that not only is he questionable and doubtful for tonight's game, but something deeper than that is going on, and the players don't even know what is happening. Neither does Craig Berube. We're going to break down this and discuss what this means going forward, as this is extremely interesting and it's ridiculous, quite frankly, that once again, us fans of the Leafs, are left wondering what is happening with one of our star players and their injury. But before we get into all that, folks, a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button. If you're part of the percentage who aren't subscribed to the channel, it's the place to be for daily Leafs content. Darius, we had a video earlier. There's a game in a few hours here, and we got some news following the skate. And there's some things going on behind the scenes surrounding the Toronto Maple Leafs, surrounding Mitch Marner. And I don't exactly know what to think of it, but let's dive right into it here. And this is kind of going to be, there's a lot of things. So he's a game time decision tonight. He's going to basically doubtful. I highly doubt he plays tonight, but there's a bit of uncertainty surrounding the Leafs room as Mitch Marner has missed 2 straight skates and it's labeled as a game time decision tonight. Craig Berube, I don't know. Something happened in the game, I guess. Just not feeling right in certain areas. We're trying to work on it, trying to get him ready. William Nylander, yeah, I had no clue anything was going on. And then John Tavares, to get to this point in the year, 50-plus games, there's a lot going on, obviously, in terms of the grind and what you go through, the aches and pains. Played great the other night. Hopefully he's a go tonight. And he's been playing fantastic this entire season. And now yet another Leaf star is out with an injury, and no one seems to know not only what the timeline is or anything like that, but what the injury even is.
Yeah, so let's look deeper into it, Nick. He's clearly being traded. That's 100% what's going on, right? As if you look all over Twitter today, but I mean, some of the quotes are kind of shocking.
That was a joke, by the way.
Nylander, I mean, yeah, that's a joke. But I mean, Nylander has been obviously very nonchalant the entire time he's been in the NHL, and I appreciate that, right? So I think that, his quote is just, I had no idea something was going on. That's fine. But the other two quotes from John Tavares and Craig Berube kind of allude to the fact that it is probably an injury and something that he sustained against the Oilers. Maybe it wasn't anything that, was immediate, like, oh yeah, we saw him leave the game and he did not return, right? And we know why he's out. But Mitch Marner, finished the game, and obviously there was no news up until him missing their skate yesterday, and then obviously he missed the skate today, and he's a game time decision. So again, you know, could be a trade thing. You don't know,
Could
but I
be.
don't think they would handle it this way if it was a trade thing. I think that we've seen other teams handle it certain ways, and it certainly wouldn't be this. So it's probably just a nagging injury, I guess, at this point. That's what we can all speculate about. That's kind of lingered since Saturday, and not enough to keep him out of the lineup per se, but something that he's probably just trying to rest. But very interesting the way that they're handling this, and the fact that the players didn't even know. I understand why they're trying to keep it hush hush, but some of the quotes are just really interesting that have come out today.
Yeah, it's always the Leafs who have these interesting, strange, not necessarily strange quotes, but it's interesting that we don't know what's going on right now, and things are getting a little bit interesting. And following, this practice today, we also, the skate star, we also know that OEL is going to be a game time decision tonight, and that Joseph Wall is confirmed to start in goal. Some people thought there for a little bit that Stolarz was going to be in tonight, but Stolarz is going to be a possibility to return against Seattle. I think he's probably going to stay, skate in that game or play in that game, sorry, because he was skating tonight. He was actually the last goalie out there. So there's
Yeah.
a lot of positive signs towards injury returns for Anthony Stolarz. And then the second we start to finally get healthy, whether that be Jake McCabe, whether that be Austin Matthews, all these different guys, Patches, Tavares, Mitch Marner now goes down with what is hopefully not going to be a severe injury. They do have the Four Nations Cup break coming up, which is about, I believe, 14 days in between games. They're the 8th to the 22nd. So I'm hoping that the Leafs in this case now will be able to actually get fully healthy. But regarding the Mitch Marner stuff, I mean, hopefully he's okay, because they cannot have Mitch Marner. As much as we talk about whether he's worth 14 million, 15 million, 16 million, whatever ridiculous number he ends up getting to, he is in one of the most important pieces to this team, specifically this season, as they try to win the Atlantic Division. And if they go without him, things are going to be extremely, extremely rough, because he is, no one really knows what's going on here.
Yeah, and on a personal note, like I hope that he does hit 100 points, right? He's been a guy, he's hit 99 in the past. He's never actually gotten 100. So he's well on his way to do that this year. So hopefully he's not out long term or anything like that. But the fact that he's a game time decision, just weird. Something's going on. Maybe he's feeling sick or something, but it's all speculation at this point. We don't know for sure, but I wish we had a little bit more clarity on if it was an illness or an injury or anything like that. It's very, in a gray area right now. But again, one of the best players on this team. He does a lot for this team, plays in all situations, but next man up mentality. Who's going to take a spot? It looks like it's going to be Max Domi. So I'm really hoping personally, if you watch the streams, if you watch other videos, that this works out tonight if Mitch Marner doesn't play, because I want Domi to be playing with Austin Matthews. I thought that they looked great together to end the year last year, and I feel like some players like Domi add some sandpaper to Matthews' game, and I just like the way that he plays with different players other than Marner, because again, they're great players in their own right, but when they play together, at times there's a little bit left to be desired. But anyway, I think that there's a great opportunity here for a couple players with Mitch Marner being out tonight. So we'll see who seizes the opportunity. If he's out, he might still play, but I think it's, if it's a game time decision, it's a random game in February against Calgary, and obviously Four Nations is coming up. Feel like he's not going to play.
Yeah, very important game, though, nonetheless, as Stolarz nears his return. Talking about the power play units tonight with Marner absent, you have Riley, Matthews, Tavares, Nylander, and Nyes. And we talked this morning about how they want to, obviously, on the power play. They're moving now back to a defenseman on the first power play. McCabe and OEL in the second. Obviously, McCabe there in case OEL misses time tonight. And I'm very interested to see how, like you mentioned, how that first line, assuming Domi goes there, how that works out, how Matthews plays without Mitch Marner, Matthew Nyes as well, which, again, they're not a better team without Mitch Marner by any means, but maybe now that Riley's back on power play one, that can get him going. Maybe we see him get some more ice time, get Riley playing alongside Matthews a little bit more to get him going. Always important to take some of the positives out of this. And again, regarding Anthony Stolarz a little bit here, and well, of course, again, Wall and Marner are both not on the ice. Wall's that he's off the ice because he's playing tonight and is a starting goaltender. But they are doing their full skate after practice took place the day before, which they haven't done yet. But Stolarz and Murray are occupying the net. So Darius Stolarz now, it seems like a return is imminent for him. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier in the video, I can't imagine he's going to miss the next game. I have a feeling he's going to start the game against the Kraken. That's what all signs are pointing to. There were some rumblings about him starting tonight. They're going to go with Joseph Wall, give him some more time. And we know we covered it in a video a few days ago. It's less about his injury. He's fully recovered from that, and more about his conditioning and how he's feeling. And he said he wanted a few more skates, a few more practices, and now all signs point to his return coming, which is very much needed for this team because Wall has been really good as of late, but you don't want to overwork him. And I think the Leafs have been a little bit hesitant lately to use their backup goaltenders because of how bad they've been.
Yeah, and again, Matt Murray, his time with the Leafs, right? It's dwindling to an end. Not an end. He's going to go back to the Marlies, right? But I think that they don't want him to get into a game here. I think Stolarz is nearing a return. Obviously, like you said, I think it's going to be against the Kraken. It's not going to be tonight. A lot of people were thinking it was going to be tonight because he was in the starter's net at the skate this morning or just a couple hours ago. And obviously, Joseph Woll is going to go tonight. He's been great. You don't want to overwork him. Like you were saying, all these things are true. Stolarz, we went over it in a video just a couple days ago. He said it himself. He's a perfectionist, right? He wants to be able to feel exactly how he wants to feel to play in net, and mentally, all of these things, he needs it all in order to be able to go. And I think, goalies are weird, right? So you got to just give it to him, give him the extra day, extra game off. He'll be ready to go. He's going to probably start, I guess, Thursday and Saturday, and then he's going to have another break. So I think that's great for him. And for Wool tonight, one last game till you get almost 3 weeks off. So I think that's good for him and his health as well, the way that this season has played out. And he's been brilliant. So I expect nothing less again tonight against the Flames. And great news. Anthony Stolarz should be back in their next game.
Yeah, and one other thing before I wrap up, hopefully they can have the lead when entering the third period because the Leafs are one of 3 teams with a perfect record when entering the third period with a lead. So that'll wrap it up alongside the Wild and the Kraken. But let us know below what your thoughts are. Weird things are going on. We're going to keep you up to date. We'll also be live following tonight's games. Make sure to tune into that stream. Thank you guys for watching. See you later. Cheers.